Hey folks, Psychotic Comedian here for show number 59. I've compiled some pretty good bits today, so let's get this thing rolling. I'm sorry this show is starting a little late, seriously. Well, you could call it seriously or not. You could be the judgment on that. But anyway, I was in the back of the MTD crowded bus, and I got here late. I was sitting next to this girl named Trixie. I thought I had a little fun. I said, "Do you want to blow me?" So we was in the back of the bus, and it was crowded, so she blew me, and she got her daily protein. How about that? So I got my frustrations out through Trixie's. She was a good oral master, but anyway. We're going to cut out this scene, and I did one scene. You know I have a psychiatrist. I did one scene where I was on the phone with him. This is going to be the dinner scene, so stay tuned for that. Hey, folks. I did one scene, like I said, when I was on the phone with my psychiatrist, imitating the What About Bob movie. You've seen that. Well, this is going to be the dinner scene where he's having dinner with, he endears himself to the family and pisses off the psychiatrist. He's on the, anyway, here it goes. There's, Leo, this is delicious. Would you stop that, please? Oh. Leo, I see salt and pepper. Is there a salt substitute? I'll get it. And don't call me Leo. But you said in your office that I could call you Leo. That was in my office. In my home, I'd like to call you Dr. Marvin. His wife goes, he's just a little nervous about his interview tomorrow. He goes, gets the salt. Oh, yeah, I heard about your upcoming debut. Congratulations, Leo, Dr. Marvin. I hear your book's going to help a lot of people. I'm walking proof of that. Okay. We're going to cut back and move the table and do another bit. All right. Hey, UPTV, we're back. This is the Empire of Swallow Hill. Okay. This is like the third bit. I emailed this to a friend. He thought it was pretty funny. I go, greetings from, greetings UPTV from the Amherst Manhunt. You had to see this one coming, UPTV. I got a job offer at the porn shop called the Open Slit. And Larry Strokes was the manager. He says, "Paul, I haven't seen anything like you in quite a while." First day I was on the job, you know, sitting behind the desk with a Hawaiian shirt unbuttoned all the way down to my dick. My friend commented it was like I'm not Lito, no, you know I'm not little 8 3/4, but my friend commented it was like a little herbster in the middle, sticking his head out in the middle of tropical rainforest full of fur. But anyway, the big boob co-ed comes in, and it was Nikki, and she goes, by the way, what's your name, you greasy-looking bastard? I go, "It's Paul, and you are?" She goes, "I'm Nikki." I said, "Well, how can I help you?" She says, "My boyfriend's not putting it to me hard enough. She's not fucking me hard enough, and I need something that's going to do the job." I said, "Look no farther, Nikki. Look what we have here. This beauty's out of Amsterdam. It's a vibrator that runs on a battery like you have in your Pontiac." She says, "That must be 40 pounds. I said, "No, Nikki, it's actually 80. And she goes, Can you bring that upstairs and help me use it?" I said, "Yeah." So I put a note on the desk saying, "Pleasuring a client. Be back in about 4 hours." So we went up there. She took off her panties. I go, "Nikki, your pussy, please." Okay. Then I slid like the 20-inch head inside of her, and after 2 hours, it's like I've revved up the motor, like, it starts smoking, And she was like, oh, screaming like a crazy banshee, or like she was giving childbirth. She was screaming so loud that the back of the porn shop caved in. After about 20 hours, what is it, after 4? 20 hours, she says, harder, harder, Paul. So I kept going. Let's see. After about, I say 20, 22 hours, this went on for 24 hours, the smoke got so bad they ignited the gasoline line underneath the porn star, and there was a TNT explosion and on the Street of Dreams. And after we finished, it was about 25, 26 hours, she squirted an ocean of girl juices, for Christ's sakes, UPTV, that flooded, put it out the east side of Urbana. And my friends like comments like, if you keep given these thorough demonstrations, giving out free equipment, the open slit's going to close. UPTV, how about that? Okay, the nasty comedian moves on. Well, UPTV, I faked my own death the other day. I hired a couple cemetery workers to throw dirt on my grave, and they did. I hid out behind a tombstone to see what people really thought of yours truly, and I was shocked. They catered in pizzas. They had like send in the clowns, and they had a marching band. The thousands of women that I dated and slept with over the years took turns pissing on my grave, for Christ's sakes, UPTV. It just went on and on. It got the Paul Skinner party, funeral was like held over for another week. Like the party just, never mind. Okay. This is like my last bit. I go to confession about once every year to confess my sins, sexual and otherwise, to my priest. And 8 hours after he heard me, his ears caught on fire. He's like, oh, this guy's insane. This guy's going to hell. And they hauled him off on a stretcher, took him to the 5th floor where he was diagnosed with a reactive psychosis caused by the ultimate sinner. How about that? I think that could be the bits. Preacher goes insane. The funeral that was a party. The open slit might have been closed. Leo, this is delicious. And the blowjob by Trixie. Yeah, that's the end of my bits, and now me and Cleaver are going to cut out and do a song, folks. Hey, folks, we're back. I got, like, last week, 2, like, mini songs, I call them. So this is called Perpetual Instinct. So let's roll on this. A foreshadow told me to navigate through this dark, elusive wilderness that was very intimidating and superior. I had to be very strong, not to feel inferior. My internal, primal instincts were hotwired for action. If I kept my will strong and upright, I could search and find some kind of elusive satisfaction. They say only a man will get strong if he walks in another man's shoes, down the treacherous road that some would call the blues. To this very day, I am still searching for some kind of solace in a world full of chaos and external screams. Hopefully, this search will lead me to some kind of perpetual dream. Part 1, here comes part 2. Hey folks, this is part 2. This is called Sporadic Endeavors. So, there seems to be no end to me and my selfish duplicity. My ambitions to most people are unattainable. Realistically, they are to me too. This is how I think. There ain't nothing wrong with fooling around with the crowd and making them blue. Say one thing and do another. Most people would say, this boy, oh brother. Look, it's Herb. He thinks he can fly. This dude is a little bit touched. His secret admirers thought as much. Herb knows that he can't please the crowd. Sometimes he will shout out loud and proud. Whatever he tries, he goes in with all of his heart and soul. Tried and true, honest and bold. Maybe one day his sporadic endeavors will lead him to a pot of elusive gold. But if he doesn't, then what the hey? If it doesn't, you know something, then what the hey? Thanks, send cash. Hey folks, that's the end of my 2 songs. So this has been my material today and songs. I want to thank Khalib so much for putting up with my late arrival today. I had a hell of a time on the bus, but at least I got blown there before I got here. But anyway, thanks Khalib, of course, and he's got a great assistant today. I'd like to thank him. And also Jake Shoemaker. And I just get too damn good at this. Thank you for watching. This is a Psychotic Comedian bidding you adieu. Oh, whatever.